Hello everyone. I hope all of my students are doing good. Yes, hopefully yes. Yes. Today let me take another important topic that is the DNA transcription process. Before coming to this transcription of DNA, let me explain one thing that is known as the central dogma of molecular biology. What is this central dogma of molecular biology is that the information which is available in DNA molecule is passed on to the messenger RNA, which is then used for the synthesis of particular protein. This process is known as the central dogma of molecular biology. From the DNA, mRNA is formed. From the mRNA, in turn, the protein synthesis takes place. From DNA, the mRNA is formed. This process is known as transcription. From mRNA, proteins are formed. This process is known as translation. Overall, altogether, this is known as central dogma of molecular biology. Now, coming back to the transcription process. Yeah, we all know that the genetic material, that is the DNA, it is stored in the nucleus of the cell. The genetic material is stored in the form of DNA. There are in the DNA, actually, we have to know about this introns and exons. What are these introns and exons? Introns means non-coding genes. That is the junk genes present in the DNA. This introns, this constitutes about 95% of the genome. That is, the 95% of the DNA molecule is made up of introns, that is non-coding genes. Non-coding genes means that do not code for any proteins. These are known as introns. Now let me explain about exons. What are these exons? Exons are the coding genes. These coding genes are in turn, they form a particular protein molecule. This everybody should know, that is introns and exons. Coming back to transcription, it takes place inside the nucleus of the cell. RNA is synthesized in the nucleus first. Later on, from the nucleus, it leaves the nucleus and in turn it enters the cytoplasm for the protein synthesis process. So this latter process is known as translation. The conversion of DNA to mRNA is known as transcription. The conversion of mRNA into protein, that process is known as translation. Today, let us understand transcription process. So let me explain briefly about transcription process. What happens in transcription? In transcription, the main enzyme involved here in transcription process is the RNA polymerase enzyme. This RNA polymerase enzyme, what it forms? Initially, it forms a pre-messenger mRNA, pre-messenger RNA molecule within the nucleus of the cell through a complementary base pairing. Here you have to remember, in RNA molecule, instead of thymine, it is uracil. In DNA molecule, it is thymine. But whereas in RNA molecule, instead of thymine, it is uracil. So RNA has uracil. Adenine pairs with thymine in DNA, whereas in RNA, adenine pairs with uracil molecule with 2 hydrogen bonds. That is same. But the thing you have to remember is the uracil molecule instead of thymine. So RNA is having uracil instead of thymine. Here also the same thing. Adenine pairs with uracil with 2 hydrogen bonds. Guanine pairs with cytosine with 3 hydrogen bonds. What happens here is that the formation of pre-mRNA, there are three major processes. What are these three major processes? Initiation, elongation and termination. These are three major processes involved in transcription process, and the major enzyme which is required is the RNA polymerase enzyme. So let me explain with a diagram what happens. See here everyone, are you able to see? This is the RNA polymerase enzyme, that is DNA molecule. This is pre-messenger RNA. Pre-messenger RNA, in turn the introns are removed, exons are joined, forming the normal RNA. So this process is known as transcription process. So let us understand each step in transcription process, what and all things are happening. Coming back to the initiation process, the first step in transcription is the initiation step. What happens in this initiation step is that the RNA polymerase catalyzes the synthesis of pre-mRNA molecule always in the direction of 5' to 3' direction only, and hence it always uses template DNA molecule which runs in 3' to 5' direction. So what happens is that the RNA polymerase, it binds to there are promoter sequences in the gene. So let me explain with the diagram later. First let me tell you what and all are happening. The RNA polymerase, first it binds to the promoter gene. This, it guides the RNA molecule. This promoter gene, what it does is that it guides the RNA polymerase where it attaches. So, and this is the initiation step. In this initiation step, you have to remember the promoter gene. This promoter gene, the RNA polymerase binds to the promoter gene. Let me explain with the diagram. See, here, are you able to see the diagram? This is the RNA polymerase enzyme. This RNA polymerase enzyme binds to the promoter gene. It binds to the promoter gene, and what happens is that later on the transcription process begins. After the RNA polymerase binds to the promoter gene, the two DNA strands get separated. After these two DNA strands get separated, one of the strands acts as a template molecule for the synthesis of mRNA. So now let us consider this green part of the gene which has to be transcribed. This gene, are you able to see the green part here? That is the gene which has to be transcribed. So what this RNA polymerase is doing? RNA polymerase is joining to the promoter gene, in turn starting the transcription process by separating the two DNA strands. After these two DNA strands get separated, one of the DNA strand acts as a template molecule. The template DNA molecule is always having a 3' to 5' direction, and so the newly synthesized RNA molecule always runs in 5' to 3' direction. This is the first step, that is the initiation step in transcription process. Coming back to the second step, that is the elongation step. What happens here is that elongation step, what happens here also the RNA polymerase, it adds uracil molecule instead of thymine. Likewise, the elongation of the RNA molecule takes place like this. See, the RNA molecule like this, it elongates. From small, it becomes big chain. So, this is the elongation process. This is the elongation of mRNA molecule. The RNA polymerase adds nucleotides at the 3' end. This is the 3' end. The RNA polymerase, it always adds the nucleotides at the 3' end, and this process is known as elongation, forming a long chain of RNA molecule. So everyone are getting my point right? Yes. Now, let us come to the last part of transcription process, that is the termination process. As I mentioned that there are promoter sequence for the initiation process. Likewise, there is a terminator gene which terminates the RNA transcription process. So termination that takes place with the help of stop signals, which are known as terminators. What they do is that the stop signals are known as terminators. They in turn stop the transcription process. The newly formed pre-RNA is released from the transcription complex. Here, see. Let me explain with a diagram so you can understand correctly. See, this is the promoter gene from which the transcription begins, and this is rectangle thing. This is the terminator sequence, terminator gene. Here, when the RNA polymerase combines with this terminator gene, then it is a stop signal for the transcription process. Now the mRNA which is formed is still pre-mRNA, that is, it is having both introns and exons. So introns are non-coding genes and exons are coding genes. So pre-mRNA means it is having both introns and exons. These introns have to be removed and exons have to be joined. This process is done with the help of an enzyme known as spliceosome. After this combination of exons, then it is a complete mature mRNA. So, let me explain what happens is that the newly formed pre-RNA is released from the transcription complex. In that process, what happens is that a cap and a tail is added here. Cap and a tail is added so that the termination takes place. This cap and the tail. This process takes place where the gene is ready for the next process. What happens? The introns are removed, exons are joined with the help of spliceosomes. The pre-mRNA which is formed, that is not ready to leave the nucleus for the protein synthesis. After the role of spliceosomes, the exons are joined, only then it is functional. The mRNA, after the exons are joined, only then the mRNA is functional. That mRNA in turn enters the cytoplasm, and the next process known as translation, where the protein synthesis takes place, continues. So, till the formation of this RNA molecule, this process is known as transcription process. So, all of you, please refer all your books and study well. Good luck. Bye-bye.